Trust He's like, I don't know if I trust you.
I mean,
This was filler, except for that last part.
that last part we got like information that basically she's the one from Mandalorian.
Oh, we knew that from the start.
Yeah, but this one definitely confirms it enough with the name.
But
But
it was obvious from the start.
it was obvious. But
But I heard that y'all were thinking it was somebody else.
no, that was Warlock. Not to sidetrack on the review, but he thought it was the character from episode 2 that attacked Padme at the beginning.
Yeah, I know who, but
No, and I thought, no, she's dead. But besides the point, episode.
yeah.
I gotta give it a.
Sorry to this.
I gotta give it another 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10 just for Muchi.
You know, it's sad because Muchi is the Rancor that dies by Luke's hands.
You know what? Luke Skywalker's the villain.
You son of a bitch. No, I mean, the Bad Batch are constantly being. It feels like they're being downgraded. Because they weren't able to figure out that she was Sid. Even though I have no fucking clue how Omega figured that out.
With the computer.
But still, it feels like they're nerfing them each episode. I mean, Wrecker, he got a win because he was able to stand up against the...
That was fun. They all got tired. They both got tired.
I know.
No, with Wrecker, though, I feel like it's the chip that's giving him headaches.
Give your theory real quick.
Well, that's my theory.
No,
It's
well,
the chip.
you were saying...
It looks like the veins are increasing, getting bigger more, but at the same time, it's just probably scars.
Well, that is a theory because, I mean, why else is he getting, like, constantly weaker? But, I mean, his headache is constantly being brought up each episode since he got it hit in the head in episode 2, I think, or 3, but it is still something to keep note of because they have teased
But
it.
Muchi was adorable, and I do give it an 8 out of 10.
I mean,
Just for Muchi, though.
without
Funny
Muchi?
because I actually realized...
Yeah, this...
It's funny, so we're watching the episode, and then we see the green little kid, and then the whole team calls him Muchi. And later on, the Rancor comes, I'm like, I think that's Muchi. And then later on, what's his name, Tracker?
Yeah, no, it was Echo.
No, I think it was Tracker that was like, you'll be fine, Muchi. And then the green guy was like...
Well, one of them said it.
Yeah. Well, the green guy, the green adult was like, hey, Muchi, and then points at Muchi, and
You gotta love that.
oh, that's Muchi.
You gotta
and
love-
I was like, oh yeah, I was right.
Yeah, you were right. You gotta love how, for specific moments, they'll speak their language and then they'll speak English.
Oh yeah.
But overall, I mean, it does bring into the fact that now the Bad Batch will kind of have to go into mercenary stuff to do stuff. But it
Well-
feels like the Bad Batch is starting to head slightly into Mandalorian territory of becoming like bounty hunters and stuff, which is kind of just more Boba Fett's thing.
Well, the thing is, they're not being bounty hunters because they're not going to kill somebody unless that's what their job to do is.
I'm just waiting
They
for...
just retrieve somebody. They're a mercenary.
Okay,
Mercenaries and bounty hunters are not exactly the same.
fair.
Bounty hunters are like...
Or
what's
like
their name?
what?
Hitmen. Bounty hunters are like hitmen. They get a target, they kill them, boom. Done.
Fair enough. I was...
Mercenaries are people that get paid to go do something.
They-
And they don't have a side in the war. They just go for whoever gives them money. The most money.
Fair point. The only thing I want to say though is this episode was a bit of filler.
This episode was filler till the very end because of the
Well,
intel that we got.
They needed to do something to prove the intel, so it served the purpose of this filler served the purpose as their job to get the intel that is part of the
this filler
story.
could also just not be filler and tell us what they've been doing ever since they left after Order 66. They started becoming mercenaries.
It's probably building up to that, but it's building. Omega has the bow now, so we know for sure
But
that
she needs target practices though. Even though she's probably already a good aim because she's a clone.
that's what I don't like. She needs practice. I don't want her to be good at it because
Well, they're all good at it.
they're good at their specialties. They're not good at everything. What I predict,
They're good shots.
I'll predict that Omega is probably.
Gonna be the best character because of feminist agenda.
You are a piece of shit because that wasn't what I was gonna say. I was gonna say she's either the replacement to Crosshair, or she's a combination of each of their traits, but they're like main core
The
traits.
thing is, her main trait is curiosity.
That's what that is something to take note of. But what would
Well, I'm
that?
pretty sure that's what it says in the trailers as well.
I don't know about that, but I never seen the trailer,
She's
so I wouldn't know.
curious,
She's curious for sure.
and they named
But-
Echo the hacker.
Well, yeah, because he's legit has the damn thing on his hand. But each one that has the roles, Omega could be the curious learner one, so you
Yeah,
could
she
give it
wants
that.
to learn everything.
But once we see her at her full, I like that she's building up to something because it doesn't feel like she's getting everything off the bat. Heck,
Kinda,
she
though.
barely solved this one by luck because I feel like she was like a few seconds from completely getting caught because she was opening the thing. Had she not opened it in time, they would have just been captured. But yeah, episode 6 out of 10. It's like
And then
it's
the
not.
minute they said Java, I'm like, Mochi's in Star Wars. The episodes, the original saga.
You know what? If for Mochi, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10. Mochi was the star of the show.
Star of the
Star of
episode.
the episode.
It was just funny seeing that the Jabba's assistant, even though he fucking dies in the Mandalorian.
Yep.
So it was nice seeing him. Honestly, it feels like the story eventually will head somewhere, but I just hope we.
Maybe Boba Fett will make an appearance.
I want Boba Fett and Omega to interact, just because the interaction between the two would be quite interesting. Considering how Boba Fett is heading his father's path, and Omega is it's literally the clone, but a female version of Jango Fett. So it
I
would.
finally see what you meant by you want to see them interact, because I was confused as hell. I was like, why?
'Cause
There's, like, no need.
They're both literally the opposites. Because I want to believe that Omega doesn't have the, what's it called?
Chip?
No, not that. Well, it's unknown if she has a chip. I mean, like the accelerative process where she rapidly ages. I don't think she has that. So we can have two different versions of the same character, just one's male and one's female.
Well, the thing is, isn't the son actually his son and not a clone?
It's a clone, but without the rapid aging process.
No.
Which is why he's able to grow and live longer than most. But anyway, that's the end of this review. Thank you for listening in. This is Game Warrior 291 with Green Warrior signing out.